Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Dewi Rahmawaty. I'm from Interstudi. I want to share about my research. The title is Assimilation Education Teaching Model for Citizen of Corruption Development or WBP as personal readiness to apply in the world of industrial business. How is my background to this research? The first one is independent training conduct by prison. I'm as a service to asset residents to be followed in the context of providing provision as a preparation for acceptance in the community again. The assimilation program is the process of fostering adult prisoner and child prisoner by integrating the assisted resident in the life of the community. The need for the teaching model in learning in order to maximize self-reliance training activities. The second is 2019 COVID pandemic, which has an impact of implementation of learning activities both at the formal and non-formal level, is no exception to self-reliance training in prisons. SAE is a teaching model, namely a means and education in the assimilation program for the asset resident. And the picture is tell about a banner of SAE. This is from Lapas class 2A Cibino. The theory, the first one is Permenkumham number 32 2020 requirement for assimilation and integration right for prison inmates. Law number 2 of 1995 concerning correctional explain about the correctional system is carried out so that the WBP realize the mistake of improving themselves and will not repeat all the criminal acts that have been carried. The business world is small, medium, and large business that carry out economic activities in Indonesia. According to the Ministry of National Education 2007, the industrial business world is a job opportunity for people who already have skill according to company needs. And the last is the link and match between the assimilate WBP and duty must be started from the beginning to answer duty growing needs. The concept of organizing assimilation education for WBP with the start from the end indicator or starting from what is need. How about the method? The method is the first one is participatory, namely the effort of assessed resident in the research process. The participatory method is to encourage the participation of each individual in a group process regardless of age, gender, social class, and educational background that grow from a sense of awareness and responsibility. Number two, I'm use the method is research determination of focus in more based on the level of newness of information to be obtained from social situation in the field. The third is the researchers conduct a grand observation and a grand question or what is called a general exploration. And the last is active participation or passive participation means the research is present at the sense of action but does not interact or participate. So in the case researchers come to the place where the people are being observed but are not involved in these activities. And number two is moderate participation. It means that the researchers maintains a balancing between being insider and being outsider. In this observation, there is a balance between the researcher being an insider and outsider. Researchers in collecting data must participate in participatory observation in several activities, but not all of them. And the three is active participation, means that the researchers generally does what other in the setting do. And the last is complete participation, means the researcher is a natural participant. This is the high level of involvement. What the data source did, so the atmosphere was natural. The highest research was again live activity under study. And this is reset I'm used in number 2 is moderate participation. And how about discussion? This discussion, the first one is the research asset resident who will complete their sentence will be given the opportunity to participate in assimilation, namely the preparation of admitting prisoner in the middle of the community. The assimilation carried out was paged with a teaching model, namely assimilation and education, where the assimilation process is also carried simultaneously with the education process by sharpening life skill. The area of life skill provide cover for field, namely manufacturing or engineering, automotive, welding, air conditioning, cell phone service, and other. Next is the culinary field, which is hunting culinary skills including cooking bread, cake, archipelago food, international food, traditional food. The third field is service. In the filters, there are a lot of skill like hair cutting, stylist, digital printing, sewing, laundry, reflexology, and others. And the last is the fourth is agribusiness sector, namely the cultivation of animal and plant, like catfish farming, chicken, duck, and bird farming, to cultivate hydroponic plant vegetable and fruit, as well as rhizomes or medicinal herbs. The implementation of assimilation of the education teaching model for residents in prison in preparation for completing the sentence in provide a special guest house which is different from the block for residents in prison. The guest house is still in a penitentiary complex and is supervised by officers who take turns supervising the assimilation activity. The first one is the asset resident are be able to know the concept of the skill field in the assimilation program. Number 2 is the asset resident are able to understand the field of life skill in the assimilation program. The asset resident are able to apply the life skill to the practice on the assimilation program. The fourth is asset person can analyze and select suitable concept in the area of life skill in the assimilation. The next is asset resident can evaluate the skill and then can make life skill creation and then can be diligent and interesting in listening to information on life skill and then people can able to respond and participate active in the field of life skill and then they are able to provide comment or statement and begin to take part in the life skill and then the inmates can make decision because of the priority in the area of life skill in the assimilation program. Asset residents are able to apply in their daily life the life skill field in the skill skilled assimilation program. In the assimilation program, asset residents are able to imitate the movement when learning in the field of life skill in the assimilation program. Asset resident can make different move from those in the area of life skill in the assimilation program. And then asset resident are able to make accurate movement and then they are able to give a touch of art in the field of lexman. This is of my reference. The first one is Anggraini about sistem ujian online dan penilaian siswa berbasis web. And then Range 2007 Learning of Teach, belajar untuk mengajar. Ari Kunto prosedur penelitian. Baharudin teori belajar pembelajaran. Berry Psychological at Work on Introduction to Industrial or Organization Psychology. Okay, thank you for attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.